The cycle of life. So, with the predictions of schizophrenic weather this week, today's warmth indicated spring is coming, and the bushes and vines especially have responded by growing acutely sharp baby barbs. But that did not stop Angus from pushing through them and discovering new land, as he could smell that much blood had been spilled. As promised, the last time we went for a walk, we went down the first freshly made trail we came across from the sidewalk on Ash Avenue, through the woods, and parallels the creek. From the snow prints, these trails were made by deer. They had also defecated everywhere. Having observed that Angus eats that stuff in his backyard, he was verbally cautioned when he tried. He loved smelling the fallen log. After tromping through snow and sometimes thick brush, Angus would have wanted to cross the creek, but it seemed too steep and slippery on the other side of the creek for the walker. His behavior changed to be the same when we discovered the deer skeleton and the dead squirrel. Determined, unabated, fixated, completely adamant to get through impossible territory. I had disentangled the leashes several times and said, "Back, back, back," so many times as we were wound up in the shrubs and bushes. And then we saw the remains of a large carcass with fresh blood. We simply could not get to it. The brush was too thick. Angus comprehended the difficulty in getting close, so we made our way slowly to the civilized entrance of the park. He headed towards the prairie, smelling the newest ice sculpture on the way. While we started on the small trail leading to the prairie, about halfway down the trail he strongly pulled to the right. It was an evil forest. A smell had got a grip of Angus's nose. He sat down stubbornly, showing that he really wanted to meet the source of his attention this time, and he was able to go right up and smell the fresh blood on the snow. It seems there were no remains. He then checked on the deer skeleton before moving on. All trails and surrounding trees look the same to me. I can't distinguish one trail from another, but Angus definitely can, and he confidently led us out of the park towards the apartments and straight to the door of his pet store. He meekly went up to the door before his demeanor changed, and he barked loudly and wanted to enter the store. In looking in, a large fluffy cat was sitting gazing at us. I made Angus calm down, and we moved on, where he sat at the other door before the word "chicken" hit his ears. He made a hasty return home, but wanted to play in the backyard first. Your resident deer had deposited again, and I thought that Angus had learned to not eat that stuff, as we met a lot of it at the beginning of the walk. Angus kept going back to it in between our play, despite my covering it with snow and correcting him. I guess it was fresh. With returning home, cleaning and harness scrubs, that fantastic dog ate when invited and licked the bowl clean. He settled before being tucked in.